From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's voice briefing. It's Thursday, October 5th, 2023.
This is Nusrat Rahman with the Detroit Free Press. Families who use Michigan's Double Up Food Bucks program, which matches produce purchases for low-income shoppers, can now earn as much as $20 a day for fruits and vegetables at participating stores and markets. Fair Food Network, a national nonprofit, paused the program for more than 5 months last year, aside from its Flint locations, to stay within its budget and keep the program running. After the pause lifted in January, participants were able to get up to $10 in daily matches, compared to $20 in previous years. The program allows families participating in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, better known as SNAP, to purchase additional produce by matching dollars at more than 240 locations across Michigan, including 28 sites in Detroit. Along with the $20 a day match resuming, customers can also use the dollars they've accumulated instead of a daily $10 spending cap. For more information, go to freep.com.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Tens of thousands of Meijer workers in Michigan are seeking wage increases, more paid time off, and an enhanced medical plan during union contract negotiations expected to begin next week. When the pandemic hit, we were all going to work. John Maxey, the president of the United Food and Commercial Workers Local 951, told the Free Press, adding that the union has not yet set specific targets, but the retailer is generally aware of its goals. It's time, he added, for Meijer to share its healthy profits with its workers. The union, which represents about 23,000 Meijer employees, is emphasizing that in addition to putting their lives on the line during the deadly pandemic, workers deserve better benefits and conditions and, if necessary, could go on strike. Meijer, which has more than 250 supercenters in 6 mostly Midwest states and employs about 70,000 workers, told the Free Press it has a positive, long-standing relationship with the UFCW and looks forward to productive negotiations. Negotiations with a privately held retailer based in Grand Rapids area begin on October 11th and come as union workers in Michigan and nationwide are taking stronger stands to demand better wages, benefits, and conditions.
This is Detroit Free Press auto critic Mark Phelan. The new Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness is a pleasant surprise. A small SUV with real off-road capability. Most SUVs will never set a foot off-road. That's fine. Their owners use them more for hauling family around and towing trailers than backcountry adventures. Brands like Subaru have to offer more than that. Jeep, too. Subaru's Wilderness models add hardware and programming to explore the backcountry and return without the help of a tow truck. The Crosstrek Wilderness has more ground clearance than regular Crosstreks. Also, new springs and shocks, all-terrain tires, an aluminum skid plate, and more. Those features let me drive a Crosstrek through deep, soft sand and up and down steep inclines in and around Zion National Park in Utah. It was also comfortable and quiet on paved roads. The Crosstrek's small size makes parking and city maneuvers easy. Prices for the Crosstrek Wilderness start around $32,000. It's in dealerships now.
I'm Andrew Perkle with the Free Press Sports Department. The Detroit Pistons, a franchise with a storied history and 3 NBA titles to its name, now holds the longest active playoff losing streak in all of major American professional sports. The Pistons clinched this honor that no one would ever ask for when the Minnesota Twins beat the Toronto Blue Jays on Tuesday for their first playoff win since 2004. Prior to that victory, they lost 18 straight playoff games. Unfortunately for the Pistons, they're not too far behind. They've lost 14 straight postseason contests, dating back to 2008, when they lost the final 2 games of the Eastern Conference Finals to the eventual champs, the Boston Celtics. The Pistons were then swept in 3 consecutive series, first in 2009 and then in 2016 against LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then in the first round in 2019 against Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks to make it 14 straight postseason defeats. Although the Pistons are the active leaders in the clubhouse, they're actually 3rd on the list all time. The Chicago Blackhawks lost 16 straight games from 1975 to 1979, but hey, at least they got their losses out of the way quickly. As Detroit sports fans know all too well, the Pistons' lack of postseason success pales in comparison to that of the Detroit Lions. The Lions have lost 9 playoff games in a row, but their last victory came way back in 1991 when they knocked off the Dallas Cowboys before losing their next game. That is their only postseason win since 1957. The good news, for the first time in what feels like forever, there's real hope for both of these franchises. The Pistons have a nice young core built around Cade Cunningham, and the Lions are sitting at 3-1 and coming off a massive division win on the road at Green Bay. So maybe, just maybe, the Lions of all teams can help reverse some of the bad sports juju in the city of Detroit.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.